nobody necessarily cares unless you're doing way too much, and you'll know that. Like, you'll know when you're doing way too much, you're causing a scene, a ruckus, or something like that. Look, we got being nonchalant is ruining your life. No, I think he's talking about that fake nonchalantness, where you try and pretend you don't care, and that's not even nonchalant. It's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I wouldn't even say I'm nonchalant, so I can't even speak on it. And like, there's just something about saying, yo, I'm nonchalant, that just don't sit right with me, bro. Like, I'm not trying to label myself as something just whatever. If someone calls me it, whatever, bro. Whatever. But I'm not calling myself nonchalant. Like, that's corny, bro. That's mad corny, bro. Because I don't think that. Like, I don't like putting labels on myself. Like, no, bro. No, bro. No. But let's see what he's talking about.
Nobody wants to try anymore. We all just want to be Duke Dennis, silently eating grapes while showing off our side jawline. I mean, Playboi Carti literally just released the biggest album of the year, and it's called Music. But this culture of not trying has created an obsession with being nonchalant. That being aloof and unbothered is the new way to show people how little you care about things and how nothing can get to you. And it's not just brain rot social media culture. If you look at the movie characters that Gen Z is obsessed with, they all exhibit characteristics of being nonchalant. But when you
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of things don't affect me in a sense. But the things I care for do affect me. Like, let's say I'm playing soccer, right? I love soccer. You know, that's my passion. I love playing that. So when I play bad during a game, bro, that upsets me. I can get heated, bro. Not in a sense like I'll start a fight or something like that, but I get in my own head like, bro, I need to lock in. I need to do better. And I know it shows. I know it shows that I'm not proud of how I played, or I'm glad I played amazing. I had the game of my life or something like that. Like, if I scored a goal, I'm like, let's go. Like, so what I'm saying is, there's nothing wrong with showing how you feel, bro. I mean, like, trying to like downplay how you feel is like fake in a sense. It's almost corny, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, yo, you feel that way, you feel it. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with feeling how you feel. Like, it's you. It's literally just you, bro. Like, nobody necessarily cares unless you're doing way too much, and you'll know that. Like, you'll know when you're doing way too much, you're causing a scene, a ruckus, or something like that. But it's like being chalant, I guess. I guess, like, like, it ain't even a bad thing, bro. Like, it's cool. And then people want to connect that with like stoicism and all that. Like, I guess it connects in a sense, but I don't know.
Think about it, being nonchalant is actually super lame and is actively ruining your life. And these are the reasons why. Number one, the you're not future paradox. Now, the main reason people want to be nonchalant is because they want to emulate the coolest people in pop culture. I think the two biggest examples in Western media have got to be Future and Duke Dennis. Now, every guy who has listened to Future at least once in his life
Bro, I'm sorry. I can't take that serious, bro. I can't take that serious, bro. Bro, I'm sorry. That's like glaze, basically, bro. Oh my. That's that just glaze, bro. Like, I can't. Bro, I'm stuttering. I need to lock in. But I can't. There's just something about, like, that just was so dumb, bro. I don't even know.
Tried to emulate Future's persona. You know, you start to talk less, you start to leave girls on red, be more toxic. You're just standing there holding your cup in your hand. But the thing is, you're not Future. If you're Future, 6'2", multi-millionaire, baller, mega superstar rapper, you can get away with being Future. But if you're Joe Schmo in college, you just look super lame when you try to be Future. Bro, I cannot imagine the amount of baddies that have been fumbled by guys because they thought they could be Future and just be super toxic. To act like that and be successful at it, you gotta get to a certain level. You think you look like Bruce Wayne, but nah, bro. You look like a threat, low-key. Like,
yo, I'm not gonna lie though. One thing I am curious about is like how chopped or not chopped I am. You know, because there's a part of me that's just curious about it. I'm like, yo, am I chopped or am I not? Like, I truly don't believe I'm not chopped. Like, I think I'm fairly attractive. But at the same time, I'm just like, I wonder what others think of me. And there's that part of me that's like, do it matter? I'm like, I'm just curious, you know? Like, no, not necessarily, but I'm just curious. Like, ain't nothing wrong with just letting curiosity overtake me. But I don't know though. I don't know how I'd feel if I get called ugly, bro. Like that's gonna break my heart, bro. That's gonna crush my spirit, my soul. Like, no, bro. It's a dangerous line trying to figure out, because as of right now, I'm doing no face cam, none like that. So when that time comes, if it does, you know, I hope it's not like some dream situation. I hope I don't become the next dream and just get bullied off the internet. I hope it doesn't come to that. I pray, bro. I pray, but oh wow.
You ever see those Duke Dennis vlogs where he just walks down the street and then women just like, he's like a magnet, they just gravitate towards him? You can be nonchalant when you're at that level, but if you're just an average Joe, it's not like people are just gonna approach you for existing. And that brings me to the next reason being nonchalant is ruining your life, and it's that being nonchalant makes it almost impossible to meet people. Like when you're the
Yo, that's a really good point though, because you're trying to play some like trying to keep to yourself or just minding your business. And I'm not gonna lie, that's how I am. Like, I prefer keeping to myself. I just saw a shooting star or something like that. Oh, yo, wait, is that a shooting star? Okay, I'm gonna explain it just because that's how I saw it. I look up because you know, whatever, I have a window there and I see like a light streak just fly across real quick and just disappear. Is that a no? There's no way, right? I felt like there would have been some sort of news or something like that, right? A shooting star or something. I'm gonna need someone to explain to me, because look, I just see I looked at the sky and I just see a bright light just pass, like a small like shooting star type thing. Like, you know how is in visualized, like you just see a little light streak just pass real quick. That's literally what I saw. Is that a shooting star, or was it just something else that I just mistook? I don't know. I'm gonna need someone to let me know. But what was I saying? Becoming antisocial. So I prefer being to myself, just, you know, talking. And I hate saying like talking when I'm supposed to, but like I can start up a conversation. I am comfortable with talking to people. I only do that because if I'm like, let's say I work, right? It's a fairly social place. Like, you gotta talk. But I just get so lost in my work that it's just like, okay, you know, I'll speak to someone when I'm just like, all right, let me just take a little break or something like that. Like, you gotta be careful, because I'm not gonna lie, especially past COVID, some people just lost their social skills and it's like cooked. Because I used to just hate talking to people. I just hated just trying to ask for things, like asking like cashier or someone who works at Walmart, where is this thing? I got angry one time. Like, I crashed out at my brother one time. Not my proudest moment. And that happened, and I took it upon myself. I'm like, yo, that's never happening again. Never in my life, bro. Never in my life has that happened again. And like, I don't, and it starts with small things. Like, it was small things. I would just say hello to the cashier or something like that. And it progressed to asking how their day was, or if I'm ordering something, like, do you recommend this, do you prefer it this way, and just things along that way and things along that path. And then it came to a point like, now I gotta ask people questions, like, there was this soccer field type thing. I had a like, everyone was nervous to ask the coach, because there's a coach and their team training for soccer, or another times with like hockey or something like that. Ask them what time they were done at. And people were nervous to do it, bro. I did it. So me doing that and like seeing the progress is like amazing. It's amazing, bro. So being antisocial is like, it's cool, it's all right, but like being able to talk to people is such a great thing too. It's like the balance of knowing when to speak and knowing not to, or when not to, or knowing you don't have to. Like that's fire.
Nonchalant, cool guy that doesn't talk to anyone and is just standing there, no one's gonna approach you, bro. And don't take this as me talking down to you. I used to be like this all the time. I thought I looked so cool, just like silently sitting there, you know that the head turn so that you can like show off max jawline. I know all of you do that, okay? Don't cap. But it wasn't until like
Yo, okay. Look, I'm pausing a lot. But how do you pose in pictures, bro? I rarely take them. I haven't taken a picture for Instagram or something in over a year. But a main issue being, I don't know how to pose. I feel so uncomfortable. Maybe because I don't got enough reps in. I just don't do it often enough where it's just natural to me. But I don't know, where am I supposed to put my hands? Where am I supposed to position myself? How am I supposed to position myself? What do I do, gang? Like, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Especially when it's solo, it feels so awkward. Because when you're with your homie or something, like, you can just bounce off of each other, pause, but like, it makes it easier. But when you're by yourself on some solo Instagram picture, bro, I'm clueless. I'm like a deer in the headlights. I have no idea what I'm doing. So like, what do you do? What poses do you hit? Pose 28, bro? I don't know. I don't.
5 months ago that I truly realized I've missed out on a lot of opportunities by just trying to appear super cool and nonchalant. Oh my god, bro. So I'm a sophomore in college, and I remember I was hanging out with a girl recently.
Yeah. Putting like your old pictures like that, low key gotta be embarrassing. But he's doing it for the love of the game, so shout out him. But that's gotta be embarrassing, like putting your old photos. And I don't have much, but I don't like them, bro. I don't. Maybe sometime in the future I'll show them. Actually, I think the only ones I have are with my homies in it. So never mind. I'm not trying to show them. Like, keep their lives personal.
And she was telling me how freshman year of college, we both saw each other at a business club fraternity like orientation session. And she told me that she wanted to approach me when we were there, but I just looked like I hated everyone, and I looked like I just didn't want to talk to her. So she was too scared to approach me. And that wasn't the case at all. In fact, I was trying to meet people, but I was stuck in that like nonchalant cool guy phase.
Yo, the thing with that, like, I remember when I was more to myself, more introverted, bro, I was never talking. Never. Or I would try and cut a conversation off so quick. And I wonder how that looked to other people. I do wonder how that looked to other people. Because now I'm like, okay, I'm more talkative. I can, chat, just whatever. But back then, bro, you'd be lucky to get like a paragraph out of me. Like, I remember at work, I'd go like days without speaking unless it was something related to work that I needed explanation for. Like, I would not talk. Now I'm like, cool, I'm cool with the people, like different people did whatever. Besides the point. But like, how does that come off, bro? Someone who's just minding their business, like, how does that just come off? I don't know. I feel like I said I don't know a lot because I don't like making statements that I just don't know. I don't know, bro. But it's so weird how things like that work. And and I don't know if it's necessarily like maturity or just being more accepting of who I am. And it's like, okay, I am who I am. I'm cool with just whatever. Like maybe at the time when I was more shy, I would not talk as much just because I was scared of what people would think. Like, oh, why would he say that? Oh, okay. And now as I've got older, it's like I just be saying things, and it's like I know I say it on purpose. At times I say things I'm just like are stupid. But it's like, okay, whatever, I'm accepting of it. If someone thinks it's dumb or someone thinks it's like, okay, I guess, then it's whatever, bro. I don't mind. Like, it's who I am, and what I say at the moment. And now, I think it's more of like an acceptance thing. Like, you accept who you are, and then you're able to express yourself more because you accept who you are. Like, I wouldn't say it's like an ego death type thing, but it's like you're just cool with who you are in a sense. Like, it's just you sort of start to let go of certain things, certain perceptions. I don't know though. I don't know, because I think there's a lot of different cases and different experiences for everyone else. So I was just explaining how it came around to me.
I was just like, and of course, no one wants to approach you when you look like that. Like, bro, you just look disinterested in everything. And then I talked to like 3 other girls I knew, and I asked them if I was like too intimidating in public. And they're like, yes, like you look like you hate everything. And I realized like being nonchalant is actually a scam. And let me tell you something, girls will pretty much never make the first move. So it's on you as a man to put yourself out there. So if you're trying to be nonchalant Duke Dennis and just have girls approach you on the street, that ain't happening, chief. You gotta have the courage to go up and talk to a girl and convince.
And people be talking about like, oh, I like women who make their move first. Like, to get dog, they're not doing that, bro. They're not doing that, bro. They're not gonna ever do that. You're tripping. You're tweaking. Like, dog, if you get shot down, oh well. Like, oh well, bro. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Like, is it embarrassing? I guess. It happens to the best of us. Like, failure happens. And now, if your homies clown you for it, I'm not gonna lie, get a new group of friends. But if you're the only one shooting and they're clowning you, gang, I'm not gonna lie. Tell them to send some shots. Tell them to send some shots, see what they do. If they score, they get buckets, I'm gonna take pointers. Like,
to give you her number. And if you're nonchalant, that's never gonna happen. Like, let me get your number, type shit. This was like a rude awakening for me. Like, I realized I was trying too hard to be cool, and I wasn't because of it. It wasn't until I realized that being silent and aloof was inhibiting my social skills that I actually changed. And now I like to think that I'm pretty sociable and like to talk to people. And because of that, you will embarrass yourself a couple of times. If you actually try to put yourself out there and try to meet people, you're gonna screw up a couple of times and lose aura, as the kids say. But in the long run, you're gonna be way happier because you're gonna be able to meet more people, and people are gonna gravitate towards you more. And that leads me to the next point, and it's that the most popular and coolest people that I know and you know are not nonchalant. I've had friends, and you probably have friends, where like wherever you go, they probably know someone. Like if you're going bar hopping, at every single bar, at every single street, they have at least one friend that they know. It's like that Miles Morales scene where he's walking to school and he's just dapping up everyone and everyone knows him. To me, that's the coolest thing ever, just to be able to meet people so effortlessly and just be like that cool. And the thing is, you will never get there by being nonchalant. If you just think about it scientifically, in order to be popular, it takes a lot of approaching strangers, potentially embarrassing yourself, and being high energy and affable. None of those are characteristics of being nonchalant. I think we can all agree that the coolest thing anyone could be is authentic. I think a good definition of authenticity is how you would act if you didn't have fear of punishment. So if you would wear a fedora if you didn't have fear of being ostracized, then that is your authentic self. And believe it or not, if you wear a fedora and actually own it and walk around, people aren't gonna flame you for it because you're authentically being yourself and owning it, right? In my opinion,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, gang. No, people are gonna roast you for it. And those people are probably gonna be your closest homies. I'm not gonna lie to you. They will for sure say something. If y'all really like that, they'll most likely say something. But it's out of love though. They're just saying it just to say it. So I don't know, bro. Cause at the end of the day, no one really cares. Like I think people will point it out. Like people will notice it. Some people will say something. Some people won't. They'll just take note of it. But I don't think no one really cares, honestly. Cause like, who cares, bro? They got their own lives.
There's nothing authentic about being nonchalant. I find it very hard to believe that by nature, someone could actually be nonchalant. Humans as creatures are hardwired to care about things. Like, honestly, answer in the comments. Do you think there's anything authentic about, you know, just shrugging your shoulders, having your hands in your pockets, and just saying type shit and everything? To me, that feels like a massive facade. And I think there's a difference between like being reserved and low-key by nature and being nonchalant. I have friends that are not the most talkative and they kind of keep it more low-key, but that doesn't mean they have this standoffish and almost like unapproachable persona to them. Like bro, stop acting like you don't care, okay? We all know you care. To me, being nonchalant just screams insecurity because it puts off this vibe that you're too afraid of people seeing the real you. So you put on this character of not caring about anything and not saying anything that would potentially be polarizing or ostracize you from society. That's weak, bro. That's just weak. I think if you're a public figure, I could give you some pass for that. Like, I think if Duke Dennis is nonchalant, he's reached a level of status to where it doesn't matter. And irregardless of how he acts, he has access to anything that he wants. But if you're a guy who's on the come up and is trying to build his network, trying to make friends, trying to get women, being nonchalant is not gonna help you at all. And just understand that, like, I was in the same boat, so I'm not trying to talk down to you because we've,
you know, oh, honey, I don't know. You know what I was about to say too, though? Like, not even just to glaze or something like that. Just to make a point. Like, even Duke Dennis, like, he's sociable. Like, someone can start a conversation with him and he can carry a conversation. So, I don't even know. To call him and say he's, like, nonchalant. Yeah, in a sense, yeah, but he still knows how to, like, communicate. Like, I don't know, bro. Cause in my mind, when someone says nonchalant, it's like you say, "How are you doing?" They're like, cool." Like they don't even try and carry a conversation. I guess that's more antisocial. Now that I think about it. Oh, well, I guess I don't know.
all tried to go to school and fake being the main character, silent protagonist, and then you get home and realized you didn't talk to anyone all day and just wasted your time sticking to yourself. And
Bro,
honestly,
what?
acting nonchalant feels terrible. You constantly have to put on this facade that you're unbothered by things, and someone could talk about something that you're interested in, but you have to like refrain yourself from actually showing enthusiasm in that subject because you don't want to give everyone the ick and come off as if you're trying too hard. But that
Yo, this is completely off topic though. But like, you know what's one of the most beautiful feelings, like one of the most satisfying feelings? Is like when you take time to just sit with yourself. Like relax yourself in a sense. Like, for example, going on a walk and just clearing your thoughts in a sense. Like that sense of relief. Like that calmness that comes after that fact. Like, okay, you know, I gave myself time to think, just time to unwind and relax. Like, I'm not stressing myself to do nothing. I'm not pushing myself to go and do something or be here, be there. I'm just here at the moment, like relaxing in a sense. Like just clearing your thoughts if you need to. And that's something to me that's just like, yo, that's a beautiful feeling. Like it doesn't even have to be, okay, I'm gonna go on a 15-minute walk in the forest or on a trail or something like that. It's just like, I don't know, bro, breathe for a minute slowly, like 3 times. Breathe in for 10 seconds, breathe out for 10 seconds. 3 times. Like it's just slowing yourself down just to kind of realize where you're at. Cause I don't know, just me slowing down life, slowing down my thoughts, and it's just taking a good look at good grasp of where I'm at and what I need to do. It's like that relief that comes after the fact. Like, okay, I finally slowed down a bit. Like, I'm looking around. Like, I'm visualizing what I need to do. I'm getting a better understanding instead of just rushing in, and this feels like days pass. And I'm just kind of moving senselessly, just mindlessly, and it's like I needed something to ground myself. So I think that's just the most beautiful feeling, the most satisfying and gratifying feeling. And I know it was just off topic, but it was just something I feel like I just realized, like, I just needed to say it.
Fear of coming off as if you're trying honestly makes you the biggest loser in the room, because you're too afraid of actually showing your interest in things that you're interested in. So if you actually want to be cool, stop acting nonchalant, bro. Like, it is the biggest scam out there. Let me know what you think in the
good video though. 8 minutes. I felt like I stretched it out to 20, bro. I might have stretched it out to 20, 25. Oh, nah, bro. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if anyone made it this far. I highly doubt it. I'm gonna be so for real. But, like, does that be killing the vibes? Like, all the yapping, all the talking, all the sidetracks and all that, like, that. Like, does that, like, kill the vibes? Like, you see a video, like, someone's reacting to an 8-minute video. It's 30 minutes. Like, nah. Is that how it feels? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Maybe because I watch Rage and Dante, two big yappers. I'm not gonna lie, two extreme yappers, like top tier, and Agent, bro. Agent 000 double whatever. The three biggest yappers I know, bro. I don't know if that rubbed off on me. But, like, maybe that's why I'm so tolerant of myself talking for so long. I don't know, bro. But aside from that, amazing video. Amazing video. Shout out to Rowdy. See ya.